Slovenia is a small country located in the middle of Europe. It shares a border with Austria, Italy, Croatia and Hungary. The population of Slovenia consists of 2 million people, of which 300,000 live in the capital, Ljubljana. The official language is Slovene and the main religion is Catholic. The country is divided into 5 geographical areas. First of all, the Mediterranean area. This is located near the sea. Then we have the Alpine region, in which you can find the mountains of Slovenia. Thirdly, the Karstic area. This area is located in between the city and the Mediterranean area. It is characterized by the underground world. The area around and in Ljubljana is also one of the 5. Lastly, we have the Pannonian area, which is the wellness and health part of the country. Slovenia also has a rich history. In the 18th century, the country was part of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. This lasted until World War I, in which the empire collapsed. In 1918, a state was established consisting of Serbia, Slovenia and Croatia. Later, its official name became Yugoslavia. Slovenia became its own country in 1991, and in 2004 they became a member of the European Union. Slovenia is a country that promotes itself with the word green. The whole country is green, even the capital. Therefore, the country makes efforts towards conserving and protecting the environment. In order to realize this in the Slovenian tourism industry, they developed a green scheme. This scheme rewards companies that work on sustainability. All these efforts have led to Slovenia being named the most sustainable country of the world in 2016. Also in 2016, Ljubljana was considered Europe's greenest capital.
For this issue, we are focusing on the city Ljubljana because tourism activity increased significantly over the last few years. The increasing tourism activity led to increasing prices of all services and goods, and as a result of this, economic development occurred. Because of these developments, the incomes and living standards became higher, prices of houses increased, and that leads to the displacement of local people, as only the upper classes can buy the risen prices for houses. The issue we are going to describe is gentrification. Gentrification means the process of renovating deteriorated urban areas in the field of society, culture and economy into places for upper class people, who are the wealthiest people of the society. When did gentrification occur? It is something from the last years, as a result of the increasing amount of tourists, which led to an increased profit, and that made it possible to modernize the city. However, gentrification is not a very big thing at the moment. The locals do not suffer from the increasing amount of tourists yet, but in the future this issue can become a bigger problem when Ljubljana will reach their maximum carrying capacity.
The tourism in Slovenia is growing. Have you noticed any changes over here in Ljubljana?
Do you mean like if the city has changed or just like if the...
So for the increased tourism,
so there's been quite a lot of renovations done in the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically because obviously when you're here you would pay you pay the tourist tax, and because like there's so many people here, there's much more tax being how would you say that? There's much more tax coming in, so there's more money to actually do renovations and stuff like that. So in the past 5-6 years, there's been quite a lot of like the old part of the town has been changed quite like it still stay the same as it was, but it's just like a bit more modern and updated. So all this is new. Like if you go around the town, all the roads have like been paved again and stuff like that. So that, and there's quite a lot of like more foreign people coming as well, because they come here to travel and then they move here. So like the whole, I think it has changed quite a lot in like thinking, like how people think and stuff, because it has become much more multicultural than it was before, and I think it's nice. It changed quite a bit, but like for the good.
And the prices, did they increase as well?
Yeah.
Food,
like if you go to a shop, it's still more or less the same, but like if you go to eat outside here, especially on the riverbank and stuff, you're gonna pay 10 euros for a burger, which before was like 6. So yeah.
And do you think that changes in tourism nowadays are causing mostly negative impact on the local communities? Or?
I think locals quite like tourism, like right now, because it's still not as like, if you go to Dubrovnik in Croatia, I don't know if you've been, but like there's no space for local people. It's mainly just tourists. We still try to regulate it, so and like try to keep locals happy as well. So there's like quite a lot of things that the city does that are like, there's an urban cavalier. It's like a small electric golf cart. It's kind of like a golf cart. It's not meant for tourists, but it's because they closed the old part of the town for the, it's only for pedestrians. So if you're old and living in the old part of the town, you now can't go anywhere without you can't use a car, you can't call a cab. So old people having problems, and now they have like this electric golf cars that are free of charge for them and stuff like that. So it's still not like, people can still actually live here. It's not like you're gonna be, I can't live here because it's too many tourists. Like all these buildings, there's people living here. It's not like they're moving out because of that. And like no one, like not a, you do hear some complaining in the summer months because like there's more English being spoken or foreign languages. But I think it's also because like most of Slovenians goes to the seaside as well, so it's empty of locals. But like during the year, it's fine.
And is it hard to keep because Slovenia promotes sustainability a lot? Is it hard to keep it that way because of the tourism?
We like in tourism Ljubljana, we keep trying new ways of how to like be sustainable and stuff. There's also quite a lot of things being done in terms of like food that comes to the plates you like eat here. Most of the things you eat here are grown locally, like 200 meters, 500 meters away.
I'm aware of the negativity of tourism, and I think about it in a way like how I can reduce it. So I'm helping the locals. I'm trying to go connect with them and ask them for tips and where to go, where to eat, and help them out. So I don't think it's a negative effect, but I'm aware of it.
Okay, thank you. What are your thoughts about modernizing a city in order to fit the needs of the tourists?
My thought is that I think it makes the city more clear by make it more modern, because you are taking the authenticity from the city. So the thing that makes it real, makes it that place, special place, unique, you're taking it away by modernizing it. And
so you think it's negative?
Yes.
The tourism in Slovenia is currently rising. What do you think is the reason for that?
I think the beautiful nature, the beautiful villages. You have everything to do. You can be active. You can go to the wellness. It has everything to offer in just a small country. So I think that's why it's so popular.
Is that also the reason why you chose Slovenia as your destination?
Yes. I really like to do everything and sightseeing and visiting the places and getting in touch with the locals, and it's really a good place to be in Slovenia and just do those things.
Currently, the locals are not expressing any negative thoughts towards tourists. They see the changes from tourism as something positive. The income generated through tourism helps the city of Ljubljana improve through renovation, which is part of gentrification. This has made the capital more modern and updated. Moreover, because of the foreign tourists that later moved on to the city, a more multicultural society originated. This change is also seen as something positive. Another change that occurred through tourism is the price change, also a sign of gentrification. However, this is currently only noticeable at the popular places. The tourists said that modernizing the city as part of gentrification takes away the authentic feeling of the place. As tourist herself, she doesn't feel like she is negatively impacting the local community, as she is aware of the ways to minimize it. Tourism, in general, should be regulated in order to keep the negative impacts of gentrification reduced.